Because this civilization in which we dwell kills faith. It doesn't engender it, it doesn't support it in any way. And so it's good that gentlemen like you are Bible believers. But this is not common anymore amongst this civilization in which we dwell. Yeah. And so men need something more than the Bible. I'm just sorry to say that, but
strong
they
disagree.
do.
Well, I think
you are
strong disagree.
You guys are special. Not many like you. I mean, all right. Say of your generation or your schools.
Yeah.
Really, you can count. You could really tell how many would go down the road if you even went to speak to all the people you've ever met and said, "Look, the Bible says this. Jesus is about that." How many would really respond? You get coldness.
A lot of it depends on how much people realize about how much they need, a lot of people's position on whether they need God or whether they need the Bible can vary.
Yeah.
So I don't know what all the people I've talked to will be like because people change their positions, but. I think in this country there's a movement away from institutionalized religion.
Yes.
But there is an openness, especially amongst the young generation. There's a lot of people who just have never thought about God. They don't have a formed concept or like understanding of it. So you have to start. We're basically starting from like ground zero.
Yes.
In a lot of cases.
Yes.
So it's not that there's like staunch atheism or that people are super against organized religion, like super against the Catholic Church or the Protestants. It's like we don't have a position on this.
But they have a position on particular issues which make them anti-Christian and anti-God. Issues, sexuality issues, for example, particularly.
But then also there's misunderstandings, and sometimes it's just a case of someone needs to engage with them.
Yes.
I mean, that's one of the things I like about what Bishop Barrett does, where he has these big forums, just engages with all the questions.
Yeah.
There's so much hunger for that,
Yeah.
I think, especially in this generation. I mean, with what Jordan Peterson's doing, sparking a lot of interest and recognition on just how important the Bible is, and the fact that it's a really stupid thing to ignore the Bible.
Yes.
And so that's like a preliminary step to getting a bit closer to understanding.
Yes, you're quite right. I guess my marker is medieval Christendom, and I want that again. I'll not be satisfied.
Sadly, it's not going to happen. Probably
Well,
not going to happen.
no, it isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen in this age, because the forces of Satan have got their hands on everything. But of course, I've said to you what I think is going to happen. That's all going to be broken, and but to bring people back, it was never an intellectual exercise. Even with the internet, which allows much more scope for men like Jordan Peterson, the way of bringing people back to God is by that direct supernatural encounter, and that was quite commonplace in the Middle Ages. And I think it's God is sending the Blessed Mother, coming Himself directly to give people an encounter with the miraculous. That's why Pentecostalism is so strong, isn't it? That they feel like they're getting that contact.
Latin America and Africa.
Yeah.
Pentecostal church is great now.
Yes.
Yeah, there's that real immediate transformation. People meet Jesus, receive the Holy Spirit, and they immediately have hope, joy, life.
Yes.
Faith.
And so I think that's the way that people will come back. But as I say, I think these worldwide events in which I believe will take place, there'll still be a catastrophe, because that's in the cards now. Mary said this would happen. Had we repented, it'd be different way back, but we haven't, and we know the world's just going down the toilet more and more.
It's important to put this in the context of how God actually engages with humanity in history, because in the past He's often used judgment as a way of waking people up to what their condition is. So I would say even with the pandemic, for the West, a lot of people for a lot of people it was a big wake-up call because we had just forgotten about our mortality. We had forgotten about the fragility of our civilization.
Yes.
And so, and by virtue, what came from that was a lot of people started to read the Bible more, and a lot of people started to see the Lord more. So I think in the whole global scheme of the rise and fall of civilizations and chaos and catastrophe and war, there's in the midst of that, I think there's immense opportunity for God to move and to bring out to change people's lives, even in the West, which would seem like one of the most hopeless places because it's so kind of stuck in atheism and agnosticism. So that's kind of my thinking.
You're right. I think, though, I'd just say that it's not simply stuck in atheism and agnosticism.
No.
I really do think the devil has got control of it,
And
I think that it's not.
By that
Yeah,
that
because
there's a spiritual war going on.